If there's one thing that I'm genuinely afraid of, it's being sucked into the background. Not as in I'm afraid that I won't be noticed ever, though that is definitely something that I don't want happening to me. No, it's more of a fear of losing originality by blending into a giant mass of pop culture references and one-dimensional character stereotypes by completely disconnecting from real life, which is something that I'm noticing that I do a lot. I know that people that talk about the internet destroying real-life society are like the people who said that the printing press would be the death of society when Gutenberg invented it in the mid-1400s, but it honestly scares me as an artist. I know a huge part of my creative outlet comes through the internet and technology, but some of the best material that I've ever created has come from reality, so I've been making an effort this year to separate from the internet, because there's a point that one reaches when too much of a good thing like the internet becomes far too much, even though I've been scared back to it by the same things that drove me here in the first place time and time again. But the effort is still there, which brings me to now. Yesterday I went to the cast party for Charlie's Aunt. I never really liked parties in the most general sense of the term, but this one was taking place on a lake with boats and people that I've grown to like and respect and become friends with. So I went. I have a huge fear of getting hurt. This is why I go downstairs so slowly without a rail, like here. I've never been a huge risk taker, possibly because I grew up on a constant curriculum of caution and restraint. I'm working on toning that down as much as possible, but for now I'm going to have to live with going to the docks one downward stair step at a time. Being on the bottom of the steps is nice. I have nowhere left to go at the moment, so I have to take the time to look around at things, let the pulse of the lake against the rocks sync with my heart, watch boats going by that carry my friends and drag a few of the braver ones behind them on tubes, and, hell, stop and smell the flowers and the feet. The boat came back to the dock, so I opted to go for a ride. In the boat, mind you, not the tubes. I didn't bring proper swim attire, and what can I say, I'm something of a coward. Either that or I'm just incredibly reasonable and the entire world has gone mad for danger lust. Because why else would anyone want to be on a rubberized person-sized skipping stone, secured to the back of a boat with nothing more than a few fancy nodding tricks? But at least I'm brave enough to admit it. That's a rather interesting contradiction, I think, and one of the least mind-bogglingly puzzling. I sit back in the splash zone of the boat, where the water hurled into the air by the boat motor has no problem with coming up to you to say hello, but I like it. The loud drone of the engine drowns out any other sound, and it is just me in a little creative bubble, filming my surroundings, trying to be artsy while also trying to collect enough footage before the already waning battery power on my camera goes out for the day. I turn back occasionally to catch my friends tubing behind us. Their bravery/madness astounds me. Perhaps it's just a theater kid thing that I failed to pick up on, since I haven't been involved with a production in 3 years. This is another thing that I like about theater. Everyone here is different from me. While it could be argued that everyone is different from everyone, theater kids are particularly different, seemingly bigger in personality than any other group of people that I've encountered, and wholly braver and present and funny and interesting. I hang out with the drama kids in the hope that they rub off on me, which has been the case, and I'm glad. And I am aware that I generalize here, but I've honestly never met someone in a dramatic production who wasn't present with me when I spoke with them. When I say present, I mean it in the way that Patsy Rodenberg does, in that they pay rapt attention to life in general, and are engaged with you at every second. As the boat ride stretched on, and more people took turns on the tube, I began to look around more, at the landscape and the way the water made patterns in the air, how the wind whipped my hair back and forth for me. I needed to expand my senses. I told my boat companions to speak louder so I could hear their chatter.
This is the best cast party ever!
And I reached my hand into the flying dihydrogen oxide just to feel what the vaguely foamy surf was like on my skin. My bubble was beginning to burst before my eyes, and I hadn't even realized it until now. My companions were never aware of this mental supernova going on inside my head, but I couldn't be more thankful that it was with them that I realized this. I just couldn't be more thankful that they were unknowingly helping me to break down my self-erected walls between me and life itself. Correction. I cannot be more thankful that they helped bring me back to life. I don't know how long it will last, but for now, me and life are going steady, like the pulse of the lake. See you tomorrow, everybody.